Okay, so this is 50/50 Game Reviews, where we grab a game off of Steam for under $5 that has under 50 reviews on it, and we play it sight unseen. Is it going to be an amazing game or the worst game ever? So this game is Subsurface Circular. It's on sale on Steam right now. Just recently came out, and it's $4.79. And I don't know anything about it beyond the fact that there's robots in it.
Well, Trevor, already A+ for interface, because as I move the mouse around, we can you see just the camera moving.
That's
just
like
a
your
little
favorite
bit.
thing.
Yeah,
huh?
I don't know why. Yeah, so
cool.
it tickles me in the right spot immediately. So there we go. Subsurface Circular. Let's check it out. New game, select sequence, new game. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do a new game.
All right. Okay. Oh wow, they had a developer commentary that you can listen to.
That's cool. I'm always a huge fan of those. They did that for Portal, and I think it was a lot of fun. Oh, this is cool.
Yeah. Wow. This makes my games look so simple.
Really digging the visual style so far.
Yeah, I love it. It's just, poses, and it's telling a story just in the poses themselves. It's great. I'm spellbound by watching this. Yeah, so cool. What a great opener.
I feel like title sequences are kind of a lost art, so it's always cool to see nice ones.
That was A+. All right, this looks like the game start here.
You on the subway here?
Yeah. Next station, gateway. New objective, see what the stranger wants. Okay. Initiate private link up. All right. Here we go. Hi. I'm busy, kid. I don't think we're done here.
Oh, they're carrying that kind of camera move with the mouse through.
Oh, yeah.
That's really cool. I love that.
Oh my gosh, this conversation looks very familiar, doesn't it, Trevor?
We've just been working on something.
We're working on a game that has a somewhat of a similar, I guess we call it like an IM or kind of a text interface. Sure enough, great minds think alike, I guess. Are you a detective? A high level? A busy one, yes. I think we're done. I am. Hello. I got all the time in the world for this. Thank the architects. I have not seen one since I was basically. I need a tech like you. Boy, there's some real
So there's seems like there's like a stratification of the different robots.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting.
Visually, super impressed. I mean, it's a very clean style, obviously, but man, with all the depth of field they've got going on and the blooms and everything, it just, wow, it looks really good.
Yeah, it hangs together really well. I really like that. Go on, tell me the joke the human told you.
People like to talk to a tech who knows when to laugh at a joke. All right, here we go. Let's see what this highly anticipated. What's the difference? Oh, snap.
Ooh.
Moving on, I have a case for you.
I paint horses.
This is great. Well, I don't know. Let's say that's right. We're being very agreeable.
Yeah.
There we go. Nice and humble. A few. Oh. let's see. Derelict of duty. Destruction of property. Attempted murder. Let's go big.
I like how they're explaining your backstory to you through your dialogue choices.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
very
know that
smart.
I've seen that done that often. That's pretty cool.
A lot of reading I just had reading fatigue set in just right there where I stopped actually reading, even though I'm really intense on this game.
Yeah, that was something I was going to bring up, because I know text-based games used to be really popular, and I kind of feel like they are coming back in certain circles, and I don't know if it's an acquired taste or if you think it's going to be kind of broadly popular again.
Well, here's the thing. Now that people don't read books as much as they used to, I think they can kind of scratch that itch a little bit more, where they use kind of their imagination. The problem when you have a lot of text with a lot of visuals is that you're not really in the imagination world. You're still present.
It's a really good point, yeah.
And I think if we just had this without any of the visuals, for instance, we might be thinking, what do these people look like? You know, there's all these kind of swirls that kind of go on in your head. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't have the visual here. I'm just saying that I think your mind kind of goes into two different gears, and we're stuck in between two worlds right now.
Uh-huh. Well, it's weird, too, that I feel like the text is a little bit squished, being confined to the middle of the screen. Like, I'm hunched over trying to read it, but I have all this screen real estate that isn't being used for it.
Right.
Oh, it's interesting. They give you different objectives. So now you have to find out what the tech knows.
Okay. So we're done with this guy, right? Next station.
We have another objective with him.
Oh,
like,
with this
find
person?
out what he knows.
I thought, all right. Oh, with the fabrication techno. Oh, that's the fabrication. Well, why did it say we were done here? I just got to load a new dialogue, I guess. Oh, I can click on down here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I...
Huh, that's interesting.
Alright, we're definitely going to take the case. Alright, suspicious events. I'm going to drop it. I'm getting ready to drop the suspicious event focal point. Not yet. Alright, tile's gone, but it's not just tile. Suspicious events having kind of say that's where activity started with 22 boom. Well, I'm guessing this is a huge part of this game is interviewing and thinking your way through conversation.
Yeah, it feels like it. It's more of a
all right
choose your own adventure kind of thing.
Yeah. Drop the focus point. What are you gonna say? No, I didn't get anything. No points for that. Should be interesting.
I think it's funny that the robots have to take time to think.
Yeah, that's right. That's yeah, speak up, go faster.
That's funny.
Well, it's kind of cool because they're telling you about the game through the dialogue too. Like he said, hey, you know, hey, you used a focus point, or hey, you can go into settings.
Yeah, I like that.
What's your name? I'd never ask. Oh, what do you think?
We get to choose,
Choose our name.
That's cool.
All right, we're going beta. Team B. You get the B team, lady. I said lady. I don't know if it's a female or not, but they have the pink and blue, and I was just assuming there was a gender association with it. That may be incorrect, but.
Change here for outer.
So now I wonder where we're headed here.
All right.
Okay.
We've interviewed the fabricator that carries a pistol, and now next station.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I see. Oh, look, Bletchley Park.
Yeah.
I was just there this past, 6 months ago or whenever.
That's where they did all that code breaking stuff, right?
Yeah, that's right.
World War II.
Oh, so now we have
Cool.
different people we can interview.
I like how they have different jobs. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, so Pi 3-1 initiative and link up.
As a listener.
Listener. I'm guessing the listener just listens. This is my life, just having a conversation with myself anyway, so. It's great. I love it. Listener, not such a good listener. Here's from out of town university. Low tech can be owned. I have this feeling that there's a lot of contemporary issues like strewn into this dialogue. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but here we are talking about private ownership
for
and.
Sure. It's pretty cool.
More stops. Well, I could probably look at the map, but
The next station is Finite Instance. Change
All right,
here
let's hear
for
about London.
Outer.
now we just changed stations. Do we have like a time limit?
I don't know. I was wondering that. Doesn't seem like it. Maybe it just depends on what characters you get once you're done with this conversation, because that would be the next station, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's interesting because they're gamifying conversation, right? And they've got this I am approach. They have these focus points, and then you obviously have your objective. However, the only thing I'm missing, I think, and I hate to critique this game because it's such a beautiful game, but is a sense of like either progress or progression, plus 1 point, something or other.
Right,
just a little
right.
bit of feedback like, hey, good job, or good choice on dialogue, or that was a little rough. And you can get it because of the writing. There's some subtlety going on there, like they're trying to tell you whether you kind of said the right thing or not through the dialogue. But being that, for the most... Oh, so I can go back to the other ones too, I see.
Yeah, I'd be curious, as you progress, if the story itself kind of becomes interesting enough that the kind of progress is its own reward.
Right.
Which I could see happening, especially with kind of a mystery, investigative style.
Let's see, who did I just talk to? Did I just talk to this one?
Yeah, I think you just talked to the researcher, yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, hi. Yeah, I'm kind of a big deal. All right. Just two texts talking, champ. All right.
The next station is North Shift. Change here for outer.
All right. I feel like he's giving us a clue.
I think so.
You don't trust me? This isn't about... No need to get lawyers involved. No one likes lawyers, Trevor.
Yeah, it seems even in the future. It seems
Yeah,
like it's a
even in the
common
future, with all our knowledge. Wait, hold on. I'm not ready to... I'm not done talking to you yet, buddy. I'm visually sitting him in his chair right now. You sit back down. I've been watching a lot of Blue Bloods.
Yep.
And I feel like now's the time where you kind of slap him upside the head a little bit and just be like, all right. Yeah, I think you need some New York Street police officer interrogation going on.
Some
here.
bad cop.
Yeah, exactly. I know it empirically.
Wow.
All right. Not like I haven't run into any of these people. All right, here we go. A little more. I wonder how he developed all the text for this. Whether the text was done before the game even started, like physically.
Yeah. What kind of framework?
Yeah, like what do they start with? I'd be curious.
A lot of post-it notes, probably.
Yeah, really. They find me charming. Very sure of himself.
Yeah, I have a hard time with all of the text, but at the same time, I know a lot of people really like games like this. And
right.
This feels like it's particularly well put together from an art standpoint and everything. So
yeah, the polish level is really high. I mean, it's that of a AAA game, right? I mean, between the art and the color palettes and just the presentation, general design, I really like it. And I'm not even opposed to text games, although, I mean, this is really a whole game about text, so maybe a little bit much for me personally, but I have the feeling I feel like there's a story here I'm kind of interested in. I'm starting to get a sense of this story, and it's kind of like reading a book. I mean, this game's like reading a book, and I have a feeling there's some really nice surprises in this story that
yeah, I think if I was in the right kind of mood, I could definitely sit down and play through this for sure.
Yeah, this is definitely a chill out kind of game. The other thing I was going to say is there feels like there could be, I'm probably, the artist behind this game is probably cringing at all these thoughts I have because, there's obviously a very clear vision here and it's very well put together. I really like this text interface, and I wonder if there is a next, well, I don't want to call it a next level to this, but another. It feels like you could be able to be multitasking somehow. Like here I am, a computer and a detective. Could I be pursuing multiple conversations or things at the same time? Like, could you have multiple text windows coming up?
Yeah.
Or, is there research I could be doing while I'm talking to these people? Like I have an internet connection in my head. Could I then see if what they're telling me is the truth or not, or what have you. I don't know. It feels like there might be some sort of advanced technological mind thing that you could get into that you could kind of leverage. But I think I really like it. I think, one of the things that we talked about for our game when we put this kind of interface together is adding emojis and a couple other things to it. And I wonder if that would also help the storytelling element a little bit to get some sort of mood around some of the text, because at least when I read text, and maybe it's just kind of my background, I read it too fast, and sometimes I lose some of the emotion in the text. And there's very clear, you have to pay attention, right? And so it's a little hard for me to talk and pay attention to the text all at the same time. But if you were to give either, whether it's an emoji or whether it's something else going on with this that might give at a glance a little more of like, hey, I'm angry, hey, I'm happy, hey, I'm whatever. But that could be defeating the purpose, right? A lot of what's interesting about a book is how something's written, not necessarily what is written or what they're trying to say. So you might lose some of that in that process. But anyway, just because it's a text, IM, SMS kind of interface, it feels like there could be little, graphics or something in there that would kind of give some emotion to it.
Yeah, I agree. I think, to me, this feels like the kind of game, if you play it for 20 minutes, you'll probably play it for an hour. Like, once you kind of get into it and you're fully immersed in the story, I think time will just start to fly by a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, it feels very polished. I really, I'm interested in finishing the game, actually, at this point, which initially I was like, it's, too much text, but I think I've kind of changed my mind.
Yeah, I really like the idea, your detection. I love the jobs that they have. Yeah, this is a great world. I would say they've created a great world, and if you're into what I anticipate to be a very deep story, then go for it. I think it's definitely worth the money. I think the other thing that's kind of baiting me a little bit is that at the next stop, you don't know who's going to get on and who's off, and I think there's a bit of anticipation there as well. Like what's going to happen when you hit the next station? Are there going to be more people or less people or whatever? And I like that kind of notion too. I bet they're play with that quite a bit. But the last thing is that this is obviously a very repetitive background in the sense that things are passing by and what have you. However, I find it very soothing. So
yeah.
It doesn't annoy me at all. They picked really toned down music. It really feels like you're literally on a subway, rumbling of a subway or a train or something like that, where you do kind of, it has a melody to it, and I think they pulled that off, which is great.
Cool. Okay, so this is Subsurface Circular. It's on sale on Steam right now for $4.79. If you played the game, tell us what you think, leave a comment, and subscribe for more videos.
And I would definitely get this one. Big thumbs up from me.
Yeah, me too.